In my obsessive search to buy all the books that I can, I occasionally come across characters who have been around for a while with a dedicated fanbase, particularly in thrillers. Jack Reacher, Aloysius Pendergast, and now, Mitch Rapp. And I gotta say, for a character with more than a dozen books about him, I'm not a fan of Mitch Rapp. Mitch Rapp first debuted in Transfer of Power, published in 1999. He was created by author Vince Flynn, who unfortunately died of cancer in 2013. The series is now continued by author Kyle Mills. While American Assassin may have been the 11th book published in the series, it's the first book in the series chronologically. It shows how rageaholic terrorist hunter Mitch Rapp first became a counter-terrorist working for the CIA and what happened in his first mission ever. And maybe it's because I'm not familiar with Rapp or because I didn't read the books in the order they were published, but the guy comes off as a little better than a Gary Stu. It was so bad that I put the book down after chapter 4. The only reason I finished was because the movie was coming out and I thought it would make for a good tie-in. The plot, aside from showing Rapp's first days as a Black Ops agent, has him traveling undercover to rescue a kidnapped CIA agent. It starts off well enough, showing the training that supposedly turned him into awesomeness personified. The captured agent is being held by terrorists in the Middle East who are thinking of selling him to a member of the Russian government to uncover what the agent knows. If that happens, the agent will never be seen again. A decent plot, showing the severity of what Rapp and the others will have to endure in order to do their job. Right off the bat, Rapp doesn't strike a good tone because the first we see of him is when he's being driven into the secret CIA training camp. His trainer is a man named Stan Hurley, a stern, take-no-bullshit Navy SEAL who heads this particular Black Ops training center. Rapp is able to handily beat Hurley in a fistfight only seconds after meeting him. The only reason Hurley technically won the fight was because he cheated and grabbed Rapp by the balls, which Hurley had earlier declared was off limits. How can Hurley effectively stand as a teacher if Rapp can already take him in a fight? What can Hurley really teach him at this point? This particular moment was wisely cut from the movie, but that's a separate review. Rapp is set up as an incredible badass way too early, and the problem with that is nothing can organically challenge him after this. And that's not the only example I found. In a later chapter, Rapp notices a man looking at him from a few hundred feet away, yet was somehow able to tell that the man had blue eyes. Dude, not even Legolas can see that well. Something else I didn't like was that I didn't get a feel for who Rapp was before his stint at the training camp. We know that he joined the CIA because his girlfriend was murdered in the crash of Pan Am Flight 103, also known as the Lockerbie bombing. Was he a good person? Was he happy? How did such a tragic event change him? The movie corrected this by showing us Rapp and his girlfriend before she was murdered, but again, different review. But I will give credit where it's due. The writing style is on point. The narrative flows well, events lead into one another well enough, and there were a few moments that got me invested, if only because the side characters appealed to me. Everything is told in a very visually appealing way. It took me a while to really appreciate the writing, but once I got through the first 100 pages, it became much easier to get invested. Now, I'm not trying to say that I don't like Rapp entirely. He's not so overpowered that he ranks up there with Jack Reacher, or so detestable that he's as unlovable as Bella Swan. Frankly, the idea of a guy hunting terrorists the way he does appeals to me because fuck terrorism. Rapp is more motivated out of revenge rather than a sense of duty or patriotism, willing to take out as many bad guys as possible and damn the consequences. Maybe I need to read more of his stories, or maybe this particular book was a fluke. I am sort of reading out of order after all. Overall, I'd have to say that American Assassin was kind of meh to me. While I did enjoy the writing style and the plot and the side characters, the main character spent so much time in Gary Stu territory that I couldn't really enjoy myself. He got a little better after the halfway point of the story, but the damage was done. Still, I may come back to this series later on. So, did you read the book? What did you think? If not, do you want to read it now? Whatever your thoughts, comment below and stay tuned for more.